Hi, here I come again at Bunde. Today we have Dr. Jayashree Sundar, a renowned obs and gynecologist who has around 3 decades of experience overall. And we have another incredible doctor, Dr. Meenakshi Banerjee, who is again a obs and gynecologist who has around 20 years of experience. Let's go meet them.
We would also like to know a few serious things which actually a few people needs to know exactly. For example, let's say if you can explain to me what and how huge is a C-section in real. And there are a few people out there who thinks that, oh yeah, it's just a cut, and they don't actually know how deep the cut is. If you could just explain us a little bit about it.
Okay, so see, cesarean section, many people are afraid of, but I feel yes, that's not the first choice we should be offering any women who aims to deliver, because natural delivery should come naturally to us. But yes, cesarean has its own part and parcel of plus and minuses, because in the end it's a surgery. Even though it is done in a very meticulous way, is the most of the commonest procedure which we might be doing. But it takes care of around 6 to 7 layers of your abdomen is cut in a very meticulous way. So there's nothing to panic about if it is needed, because I think so the aim of doing a cesarean should be to take out the baby carefully, and it should not be harming the mother. So any decision of cesarean generally we take when we need that the mother and baby both should be safe, and that's a safer way of taking them out. Yes, what the 7 layers are cut, they are also meticulously sewed back. So there is nothing to panic, but yes, in the surgery it has its own recovery time. So it might take, instead of a normal delivery, we can say you may take 4 to 6 weeks to recover back and being on start on exercising. Cesarean might restrict you to around 2 to 3 months till the time the stitches heal and they gain their own strength. And in the end, it may have its own repercussion, because in the end, the surgery, then the tissue heals by their own process. They have their own effect because of the maternal factors, and healing can be different for different persons. So it has to be a very individualized thing we say, but overall, nothing to panic about. Yes, but it should be an option when you feel or doctor feel. Yes, it's very important for the safety of the mother as well as the baby to come to this world, and cesarean is a better way. Then only that is offered basically.
And I have also heard a few females saying this, that even after, let's say, 2 years, it does pain while doing a certain activity, and people might not take that. Again, people might not take, in your family, they might not take it that easily, but it really hurts even after so many years.
Yes, do, because in the end, as I said, there is a cut made and it is sewed back with the sutures, as we call in a medical language. There are knots which come up, there are sutures which will take a healing process time. The body reaction to a cut is different than a natural process of the baby coming out naturally. Though even the cut is made in most of the women when they are delivering their first delivery normal also, but that's a very small cut. Mostly cesarean is around 10 centimeter cut which is made, and healing, as I said, is impacted by a lot of factors, like the mother's individual condition, whether she's anemic, whether she has any medical factors, whether she has any diabetics to influence, whether she is obese. The healing may vary from tissue to tissue and layer to layer. So that's why the healing process can be different. And that's why sometimes the women feel a tug when they are doing any exertional abdominal activity, or when they start off with their exercises back. Most important is in the healing phase, there should be a good nutrition, maybe a high protein diet. So that healing process of 4 to 6 weeks in the initial phase should be taken care of well. That's when the woman needs the support more. They will need a good nutritional supply.
Definitely.
And there should not be restriction to only specific food. Within Indian scenario, sometimes we have to counsel the family also for the proper nutrition to the mother, so that the healing takes it well. There are some myths which needs to be broken at that time. So probably a consult at the time when she's leaving for home with the family makes a lot of difference in helping in the healing process. Plus, I also want to add on that the psychological or mental support should is very much required. We should not be a panic mode. We should be created for the woman. It should be a more relaxation, which you should
And a little
build
bit
up.
of love.
Yeah,
is all
empathy is very
She
much
wants.
important. It is very much important, and generally, a familial support really helps them to recover much better than
Correct.
if they are not being taken care in the first 4 to 6 weeks of recovery. So probably at the time of discharge, I take an hour almost to counsel them mentally, psychological things, what they can expect when they are recovering, what nutrition they should be taken care of. The family needs to be guided. The husband support mentally and emotionally, because there is a lot of weird out happens even after a normal delivery, even
Correct.
after a cesarean. Cesarean in the mind is another surgery add-on. It's a major, surgery, and it's not a minor surgery, I would say. So it will have its own repercussions if not taken care in the first healing phase. So that's why many women, if they are not healed well and not nutrition is not well, then probably they may have a long-term repercussion also.
When I discuss with mothers, I don't call them patients. They're all expecting mothers, right? Birthing should be as natural as it can be. Now, birthing can only be in two ways. Either you deliver it through the natural passage God has given us, or we do it abdominally, right? So, but at the end of the day, the woman should know what she is getting into when she is doing a C-section, because at the end of the day, C-section is a major surgery,
Correct.
and it should be a compulsion, not an ऑप्शन. अरे कोई बात नहीं, कर लिया, कोई बात नहीं, टाइम निकाल के कर लिया. Because as you rightly pointed out, the mother needs 6 weeks to heal, whether she has a natural birth or a C-section.
For
right?
both.
And at a C-section, you are not just, so when nowadays parents are inside, the father is inside, so obviously within 5 minutes the baby is delivered, right? And everybody's focus now shifts to the baby. But the mother has to be stitched up in layers. We need to stitch back the uterus, we need to clean the abdomen, we need to complete the peritoneum, the sheath, the fascia, her fatty tissue, and then her skin, right? So at the end of the day, it takes 30-40 minutes more after the baby has been delivered to completely cover it. So it is not something, it's not some minor procedure or a laparoscopic surgery ki boil ho gaya or theek ho gaya. So C-section has its complications, right? But with advanced techniques and the way we are doing it regularly, we are doing it better. But the woman needs a lot of time to heal. And I think for her healing, because puerperium, that is what we call as post-delivery, there's a lot of anxiety in women, right? Because we call that puerperal blues, because women have a lot of anxieties. I mean, I myself had anxiety post-delivery. It was not easy that you're birthing, then you're breastfeeding. Everybody is giving you, in our country, tippani, ऐसे कर लो, वैसे कर लो, ऐसे खड़े हो जाओ, वैसे बैठ जाओ, and then you have japas, they give tippanis. So it's not easy for a woman, right? So she should know what she's getting into when she has a C-section, and she should choose that, or she should know about it at least when she gets into it. And at the end of the day, it's a major procedure to be done only as a compulsion, and where it is absolutely needed.
So if you want to give a piece of advice to the husband, the men, after delivery care, then what would you like to give?
First of all, I would say the husband really plays a lot. It's a very important role which they play, because that's the first person a woman would want to talk to her heart out.
Even
And-
if a huge family is together. But
Yes, because I feel that's the first connect they will have. They may have a connect with the family per se, because India, there is a lot of family support which comes also. But with that lot of family support also come lot of queries, lot of questions, lot of interventions, and their own experiences which they share with the women when they deliver. But I feel the husband are the one who are, that's why we make sure that they are around when they are delivering.
Yes.
So that I would love that they will understand what's the pain a woman goes through to deliver. It's not just a plain process of delivery and taking pains and delivering a child. Maybe a normal delivery and even a cesarean, I would want them to understand what is happening. Be there. So
during the process.
yes, during the process, sitting with them. So that also gives a lot of comfort to the women that yes, there is the most nearest and closest person to me is sitting with me
Next to me.
next to me at the time when I'm bearing the most unbearable pain, and most difficult
And
phase,
she gets that courage
Yes.
at that time.
that helps them to do that thing. So involvement of
Correct.
men, husband as a couple, probably I feel nowadays it is increasing, because nowadays we can see them coming together
Yes.
for the consults, even taking care of them, doing the physiotherapy exercises
Yeah.
together as a couple session. So yes, India is changing, but sometimes it does happen in a joint families that they are, they are just taken away from that, because it's like more of a female thing which is happening. And lot of female relatives around, they might not feel comfortable. But I feel I do make an effort that men should know what the women is going through and let them understand that, be there.
Yeah.
I always tell them that even if your baby has come, do have a we time. Do spend at least half an hour, in spite of you being having a very busy schedule, because yes, men has to go out and
Correct.
work
We
when the
agree.
women is at
Yeah.
home and taking care of the kid. But I would say the women will expect, yes, my husband will come home and will talk to me for 10 minutes or half an hour,
Yeah, that's
howsoever busy it will
Yeah.
be. Because see what happens when the baby comes, they take the center stage. It's everybody is around, what the
Yeah.
baby did the whole day. But I always
How's
say,
the baby? Did
Yes.
you eat?
but I
What is
said
it
to
doing?
come home, ask whether your wife has eaten, whether she could catch on some sleep, whether she could, you can help out with something.
Yeah,
Maybe
because
you
this
are also
entire thing
tired.
is so tiring.
True.
Yeah.
And same
For-
applies, I always said to the women also, when
Yeah.
they come home, do not just start just expecting. But you do also ask what you did today. Were you able to eat today? And probably spend some time together without even talking about the baby. Baby
Yeah.
takes the whole part of you, but probably that, I say you have to grow old with both of you together. The children will grow and flew out of your nest, and probably you'll feel, oh, we spent the prime
Yes.
days in just taking care of the kids.
But those, 10 minutes, just them would
Yes.
make little changes, but big miracles.
Big miracles.
Yeah.
Emotionally connect is very, very important. That's why a lot of mental health and postpartum blues, I say it can be simply taken care by just spending that 10-15 minutes of togetherness, together without talking about the baby. And that goes a long way.
So nowadays it's like people's belief, or you can say trend, or whatever it is, baby's arrival is planned. Like मुझे इस दिन को चाहिए, इस date को. Of course we are not talking about people's belief, but मुहूर्त के हिसाब से what challenges do you go through? What do you have to, how do you manage all these situations कि baby आज ही चाहिए, but the women is the mother is very healthy and she can do a normal delivery, but the family might want the baby on that day. So how do you
So
manage?
you see, this is again, I tell parents, see, any day doing naturally is the best.
Hmm.
Anything we do out of the way. So I don't allow people to plan deliveries at 36 weeks, 35 weeks. Ma'am, time ho gaya nikal. I said no, pura time hone do.
Hmm.
Then they will say odd hours. I usually refuse odd hours. I said, see, the hospital is scarcely. The hospital doesn't have a full-fledged team at that time, right? Why do it at odd hours? I mean, is it just because you want to prove something to the world? I mean, why can't Pandits give you time at the same time? And also, I respect a woman's decision. Like, see, if a woman is scared, she's apprehensive, she doesn't want to go through the pain, I think we should respect her decision as a woman also, provided she understands the implications of having a C-section, right? There are women who are afraid, who don't want to go through that uncertainty, and they feel that nahi mere ko plan mein karna hai. I think that's an acceptable thing, provided she has understood the pluses and minuses of having a C-section. If they tell me to do at odd hours, whatever be the mode of payment, I do it. I usually refuse doing it. कि रात के 12:30 को कर लो, 12:40 को कर लो. No, those are not early hours. We work through the day, right? One patient asking that means many people can ask that. But if it is sometimes 7 a.m. in the morning, 8 a.m. in the morning, that is
That's
acceptable.
okay, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, utna to you can do for anybody, right? And I always tell them,
But not
who
at
was-
least रात को 2-3 बजे.
it's not
That
fair.
becomes,
It's not fair. It's not fair to the doctor. It's not fair to you also. You are not eating from 7 in the evening till the next day 11 in the morning. Why? I mean, but see, the only thing that has been happening even before we doctors existed was birth, our entry and our exit in life. So I always wonder this. You cannot tell this to patient. Does anybody plan their exit? Never.
Never.
है ना? So why are we planning the entry? Right?
Correct. Let
Everybody
it be
is
natural.
as natural as it should
can
be. Okay, if there's a medical reason to do
That's
a
a different case
C-section,
altogether.
then you can say, okay, doctor sahab, ye अच्छे time पे कर दो. That's absolutely valid, right? I'm a pandit, so we also look at Rahu Kal and all that. I mean, I've been used to. मैं बचपन से यही सुनते आई हूँ, राहु काल है, ये है, फलाना है. So even my children make fun. मम्मी हर चीज में राहु काल देखती है. ऐसे यार हमने बचपन से वही सीखा है कि राहु काल है, अच्छा टाइम नहीं. Then my husband से उस टाइम पे प्लेन उड़ता है तो उड़ेगा नहीं क्या? I mean, या उड़ता है, I do agree. But राहु काल है तो है ना? So I will not do anything at that time. But at the same time, medical reason है, आपने टाइम चूज के लिए अलग बात है. But कोई रीजन नहीं है, आप रात के 12 बजे डिलीवरी करो. आई थिंक दैट्स नॉट फेयर.
But we as a patient, मैं अगर patient के साइड पे खड़ी हूँ, even we should I think think about the doctors or these surgeries or whatever process is happening. Process से पहले कुछ टाइम, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल जितना मुझे पता है कि फास्टिंग होना चाहिए, इतने पीरियड नहीं खाना पीना चाहिए. That we never try to understand. That's what my questions comes from, कि वो कौन सी चीजें हैं जो हम नहीं सोचते, हम सिर्फ अपने बारे में सोचते एक पॉइंट में जाके करें.
I think we as a population have become very, I told the first word like entitled. ना हमें लगता है कि हाँ हो सकता है. If maybe some of us are doing it also, but I tell them be practical in your approach. Don't ask for a Sunday. Don't ask for an induction on a Saturday night. है ना? You all have your breaks, right? I ask people sometimes, तुम्हारा कितने दिन का working है? 5 day a week. I said I work 6 day a week, and 7th day if needed I'm there for an emergency, right?
Exactly.
So, but I think patients are now much kinder. They do appreciate our time. They do send messages. I mean, which was not there before. कि
correct.
doctor, are you free? Can I talk to you? I think we are building that sort of a rapport with people. And at the end of the day, anxiety बहुत है लोगों में. So anxiety होती है तो they want to ask the best person कि मैम ये बता दो ये क्या है, ये बता दो
Maybe
क्या
that's
है.
again too much information.
Too
से भी
much.
हो रहा है.
Yeah. I say it. No, I never say chat GPT. I say chat Zapata से मत पूछो. I don't like it at all. One patient came and told me, I'll tell you, it was so funny. मैम मैंने इतना क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया, chat GPT ने बोला go and meet your doctor. I said, wow, chat GPT is clever. She told me this.
Finally.
Ma'am, I asked so many questions. Chat GPT ने बोला go and speak to your doctor.
That's the very right thing you need to do actually, and not chat
No, so she accepted it. But what to do? ना पहले क्या होता था, हम लोग जॉइंट फैमिलीज में रहते थे, माँ ही बताती थी. Nowadays मम्मीज कम देसे, अरे मुझे तो कुछ याद नहीं है, मुझे तो कुछ याद नहीं है.
So chat GPT.
हाँ.
Or Google or
So where
whatever,
will the woman go to ask? ना? So then they have to ask somebody. So I always tell girls, let us make our visits very focused. So I discuss, ये visit में इतना ही discuss करना है. ये 5th week में don't ask how am I going to birth the baby. It's not going to help
Let's
you.
live in the present. Talk about the present.
Let's talk
आगे
about it. So
देखेंगे.
let us, I say I'm very superstitious also. Let us take every week as it comes. है ना? 12th week scan हुआ, देख लेते हैं. 20 week scan हुआ, देख
Step
लेते
by
हैं.
step.
30 weeks के बाद you start thinking how you want to birth your baby. Have your plan, discuss with your doctor, and I'm sure people are going to help you on that. Right? And I think people have become more understanding on this. They are understanding the importance of knowing how things work out, right?
See, nowadays the requests come a lot that you want it on specific date. Date, even if it's on the specific date and it's fall in when the mother is, it's the pregnancy has reached up to the maturity, we can say yes, we can deliver you, but there can be pros and cons of it. Because see, if we prematurely, when the body is not prepared to undergo a labor, then probably doing it on a specific timing, probably yes. Then the cesarean section is the only way out. And then we have to explain the pros and cons of a surgical procedure, then a normal delivery process. A date can be managed because normal delivery will take its own time. But yes, if you come into labor naturally is always a benefit, then be inducing labor because then the failure chances of not landing up with normal delivery increases because the body is not yet prepared for it. So in the end, we always try to counsel unless and until it's the safety of the baby is okay to deliver at that time, because sometimes the requests come that delivering in the middle of the night at 2 o'clock, between 2 to 2:30 or something. Yes, sometimes the people are very concerned about the muhurat and like timings and all that. we always explain any elective things. It is always good to do it in the daytime when more of the emergency things are around, when we are in more comfortable environment, everybody is awake. In the end, everybody human who is working, even in the medical field, are drained off. And they are not in the best of the possibility in the night, even if I might be awake for an hour before. But still, always the researcher says that you should be, it should be good in the good time. So we always advise that do it in the time when it is a morning times, when the baby is mature, when it is safe for the mother. If there are medical conditions which we would want that prolonging would be better, and early might lead to more discomfort, baby staying in the nursery will be there. So all pros and cons we generally discuss at the time, because they have to understand what is the implication of doing it, even if it is in a planned one. Because sometimes a planned delivery or a cesarean section, baby may have a transient tachypnea and they may have a breathlessness feeling and may require a nursery for some time. So that implication they need to understand. If they are ready for a surgery, if it's a previous surgery, already a cesarean, doing a repeat, probably that needs to be talked about in detail.
So basically, you give them all the
Options
reasons and
available.
options, and
Available.
this might happen and this might be better. But then still, if someone wants you to do it right away, so did you happen to
Yes,
come
we
across
do.
such cases
Yes,
that
yes,
you
we-
did it,
we
even if
have
you
done
know
it.
that it might be a little risky? Did you?
No. If it is very risky, definitely
You
I will
saw it
tell
right
you
now.
medically it is not recommended to do it. Suppose somebody wants to do delivery at 36 weeks, which is not maturity for thing. The main aim will be to convince not to do it, not to do it at all. Some people insist. See, I have not. Basically, I've been able to convince them and postponed it. I said they cannot be only one muhurat which you needed.
Yeah.
Probably look for other things when you are in that phase.
The next muhurat.
Yeah, next muhurat or after weeks. I can tell them
Like,
that
without disrespecting their beliefs.
yeah. I would always say go and search out few more dates, probably more timing. This is more safer, and most of the people agree to it. I have not delivered anyone like who has insisted on a premature delivery just to stick to the timing. So the safety medical concerns have to be really discussed with them. Most of the people understand it. Uh, but I have obliged to the muhurat timings, like if they're in the mornings, I always insist do it at the time, like 8 o'clock. Even if you want me to do at 6 o'clock, I'll do it because it's a more safer time. Everybody is awake.
Then
and
2 o'clock.
then 2 o'clock in the middle of the
midnight,
night. Unless and it's an emergency. See, emergency can come anytime. I will be delivering emergency delivery.
That is understandable.
That is understandable. That is for the safety of the mother or baby. But otherwise, elective procedures used in the feasible time when everybody is in the best of their abilities to decrease down the complication. Aim is to decrease down the complications and have a safe baby as well as mother should be staying safe. So that is very important for insisting.
Another case, because last month was Pride month, so this question comes from there. Did you come across transgender parents, and what are the issues? Have you come across such parents first of all?
See, we have patients who have come across, but I have not yet delivered a person who is transgender. Mostly they follow the adoption thing process more comfortably than going through it. But there are a lot of people who I have met in my OPD consults who look forward and discuss about what is their future fertility concerns and how they can take on the family. So that discussion does come. But in India, it's still a taboo with people coming up and
Yeah,
talking.
exactly, and that's why I added this question. So because कई लोग होंगे जो they cannot come up to you openly, but they might be listening to us right now. So if you could just give a few tips on this and would mention something specific and special
See,
about this.
first thing is transgenders. I feel there are a lot of population who really, as you said, do not come forward with their problems because they have their own concerns, which needs to be addressed. Probably, I feel the safe practices are very important. So, I would always advise that they should come forward, consult, and have a trust building in the doctor. Discuss in detail what it is because people may go unsafe way to reach a certain outcome which they are looking at, and probably discussion makes it simpler and easier, and probably planning it up makes the complication rate lesser, makes them more safer to reach at that outcome, and maybe continuing a family. There are a lot of legal things also come into place when they are planning and doing it. Probably if it's a conversion, sex conversion, which they have done, whether what medication they are under on, that also take into consideration when they are planning a fertility kind of thing, and how safe and easier it would be for them. So probably I think so coming forward is the first step they have to take, and probably then we are all here to hold their hands well. Nowadays, even though if it's a taboo, but it has been going away, people are more considerate with a lot of discussion. The newer generation is very open about it, and even the gynecologists I feel are very open about it, and there's a lot of research, there's a lot of discussion on these topics, and probably this best time would be consult a doctor instead of taking an online opinion, and shun away that taboo that what will they feel. I think so leave aside the society, what they feel. You cannot come up to their expectation, because society will not feel as you would want to feel, and they have their different norms. You cannot come up to them unless and until you are agreeing to what you want to do. I would say come forward. That's the first step you need to take.
You can actually invite them on camera right now, and
So I would advise that transgenders, different LGBT society, if they want to come forward, and probably I think so taking the right advice from the doctor, sitting in front of them, building up a trust will give you a better outcome. And probably I would advise them to come forward with their problems and discuss in person, instead of shying away from it and thinking that it is I am out of the society. And probably we all are a society, and probably now the society has started accepting it also on a very good way, and probably utilize it. This is the best time you can do that and come forward with your views.
how many people comes to you before they are planning the pregnancy? Most of them comes when they get the news that we are pregnant. But what's the percentage of the people who comes before they are planning?
Nowadays, a lot of people come. A lot of young couple come before they are planning,
Which is also
which is
right
a very
thing
good
to
way.
do.
Which is a very right thing to do, because understanding them, knowing what the problems or concern they are dealing with, it to know they should be in the best of health. So that's the very right time to counsel them about a lot of things. But sometimes I say, sometimes people are too anxious about what to do, how to do, and how we can be. Probably I think so I take that opportunity to discuss in detail about you should be healthy. If you're healthy, yes, there should not be any concern in getting pregnant or starting off a family. But we have to work. When the couple comes, we generally focus on both of them, then focusing only on the women. So we need to discuss about any addictions they need to shun off when they want to have it. Few basic tests we do advise to see where do they stand. If they will need some multi deficiencies or something needs to be corrected, this should be good. Starting off a folic acid per se to when they plan, because you cannot plan a pregnancy. I would say when the young couple say, I said you just do the basic things to understand what you are, and probably go away for an year and think logically, and do not try to make it as a process or a project. Probably be together, and do not put too much mind to it. Probably when you think the less, it happens
That
the best.
happens, yeah.
best.
When you're more
So that is how I
relaxed.
yeah. So I would say, but it's a very good way of coming forward and discussing beforehand what they need to be careful of, and that decreases the complications and risk involved once they get pregnant. So that's a very good way. I will also advise couples
Yeah,
to
it
come
could
forward.
be a very good piece of advice to anyone who is planning to become a parent. Can definitely come and talk to
Sure.
you.
Yeah,
Or talk to any gynecologist.
to any gynecologist.
Yeah.
See, people are very open to discussing this. I feel the younger generation is very open, and they know what they want to do. But they have sometimes an online knowledge or a half knowledge is what we would expect that you should not apply onto yourself. Probably discussing in person is always a better way to do it than just reading online and thinking about, oh, I have done this or not done that. Probably understanding your body, you may understand it better, but discussing will make it, help you out in some or the other way. Most of the people are young, healthy, they are more health conscious nowadays. So that is also one good thing I have seen in the couples coming forward. Unlike the previous generation used to visit the doctor, lot of scenarios have also changed. I feel The people being professionally inclined, they have planning deliveries or pregnancy later. They are not thinking about this fertility per se. They might not be looking at too many babies. They might be looking at one. And maybe sometimes I feel they make it like a project. And sometimes they feel I want to delay too much. Then probably adding the right advice that even if they want to delay, what should be the best you should be doing will help them out instead of thinking after 2 years or 3 years, oh, you would have taken an advice before. So probably taking an advice now, even if you are planning later, would really help you out. So I would advise the couple should come forward and discuss with the
There's no
gynecologist.
disadvantage.
No, there's no disadvantage. It's always help you to understand your body and what you should be doing right whenever you would be planning per se.
Thank you so much for this entire conversation. I hope you too enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed asking you the questions. And the last thing, another fun thing we want to do without making it serious, let's do a rapid fire.
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You tell me if it's a myth or reality. Okay? And rapid means rapid, you'll have to quick
Only
answer.
one word.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, eating saffron makes a baby fair.
No. Myth.
Walking helps during pregnancy.
Yes, do.
Heartburns means lot of baby hair.
No, not at all.
Pregnant women should eat for two.
Never. Should eat for only one and only for them.
Breastfeeding comes naturally to everyone.
It should come naturally to you. We have to just impart it that you can do it. That's the positive reinforcement you need to give.
Alright. And if the tummy is high, they say it's a boy. And if the tummy is, the position of the tummy is low, it's a girl.
It's a myth. It's still a query to me. How can they find it out? Even ultrasound, we use ultrasound to find it out. I don't know how they find it out by the stick. It's a myth.
Okay.
So, what's the weirdest pregnancy myth you have ever come across?
Weirdest pregnancy myth. That if you drink nariyal pani, you will have fair children.
One thing pregnant women Google too much and question you the same.
About birthing, maximum what? It's hard. So I think more women who know that birthing can be easy should talk about it.
One thing husbands panic about unnecessarily.
Husbands panic about everything. That's why gods never gave them that job. They gave it to women,
Tea or coffee during your activity?
Coffee. It's not coffee, it's kapi for me.
Normal delivery or C-section discussions, what's more misunderstood?
Normal delivery.
One word that describes the labor room.
It should be peace, but it is chaos sometimes.
Okay. The most common question asked at 2 a.m. call.
मैम पानी छूट गया, क्या करूं? Said to hospital पहुंचो. So it's the commonest conversation. I said once one patient said, "Ma'am ने scold करा." So this I have to answer in a brief. So the patient's husband the second time said, we called her, ma'am को बोला पानी छूट गया, and she was a very high risk pregnancy. I said okay. Then suddenly I remembered. I said, have you eaten anything because she would need a C-section? हाँ मैम अभी हमने एक बर्गर खाया. I said कौन रात के 12 बजे बर्गर खाता है? I scolded. He said the next time around, ma'am you remember you scolded me at 2 in the night. Why did you have a burger at 12 a.m? मुझे 2 बजे उठा के तुम 12 बजे कैसे बर्गर खा सकते हो? So he said, मैम भूख लग गया था. So that answer was so simple, but that's the weirdest conversation we have had.
You need to complete the sentence.
Okay.
Okay. Let's start.
Yeah.
The most rewarding part of my job is
The satisfaction which I get instant.
the most stressful part of my job is
Managing professional with personal, sometimes missing on child's special moments.
I knew I was a gynecologist
When I delivered the first one, I feel yes, I can do it.
and very proud of yourself.
Yes, for sure.
Every pregnant woman should know.
That they are important. Baby comes secondary. If mother is healthy, your baby will be healthy. So you are the one which is important.
That every husband should know.
Be considerate, be empathetic, because it's very difficult to be a mother. It's a very tiring journey.
If I wasn't a gynecologist, I would be.
Maybe a psychologist, I feel I can connect with women or anybody to their thoughts directly. So probably I feel psychology would be another profession I would look into.
And we are done.
Yes.
So let's say you're meeting your young yourself once again. What one message that you want to say to her?
So yeah, you need to work hard, but you need to enjoy also.
Mhm.
You should learn that. I mean, which I've learned much later. I would have liked my younger version to do more of it.
Mhm. And one message probably you want to give only to parents who are wanting to be parents, but for some reason they're not, conceiving, or one message that you want to give them.
I think
Calm down.
parenting and becoming parent is a beautiful thing, but that's not the only thing in life, right? I mean, when you don't do it, you find it very hard, but there are much more to do in life. I mean, don't hold it against yourself, or don't think that you have been cursed for that, because there is much more you can do, and you can become a parent in so many ways now. You can be a surrogate parent, you can adopt a child. I mean, children are 95% of how they are brought up, only 5% of your
Yes.
genes, right? So if we understand that, I think everybody can be a parent.
Thank you so much, Dr.
Okay.
Jayashree, for coming.
God bless you.
Yeah.
God bless.
And today we are celebrating Doctor's Day, and we celebrated you, and thank you for everything that you do for everyone.
Oh, thank you.
You're
Thank you,
such a
Vishaka.
wonderful person.
Thank you so much, Vishaka. Thank you.
So that was Dr. Jayashree Sundar and Dr. Meenakshi. We had a really wonderful conversation. So keep watching us. Do follow us on our Instagram page and our Facebook page. And do not forget to comment and like on our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching.